But the fact is the Democrats, Fareed, particularly after the defeat, are in some element of disarray. Trump every day relentlessly attacks the Biden administration, attacks Joe Biden personally. And at least from India, we don't, we now see Trump as this political strongman getting away with whatever he says on a daily basis. We've even got a Trump tracker at the moment on the channel. But is he being seen, you think, is the world also at the moment intimidated almost by Trump's presence? Not just the Zelenskys, but the Starmers, the other countries in the world are just intimidated or just don't know what will happen next and therefore are fearful of the future.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And there are two reasons for this. One, Trump is a master of the media. He understands, what one might call the attention economy. That is, you need to dominate the narrative. You need to shape the narrative. And he's out there relentlessly partisan. He has no interest in being presidential. He has no interest in being bipartisan. As you say, in the State of the Union, I cannot remember for anybody else relentlessly attacking his predecessor. In fact, if anything, in addresses like that, often there's an effort to say we're continuing some of the great policies of this country. No, Trump relentlessly, polemically shapes the agenda to advantage him, to try to put the opponents on the defense. But the other piece here is that Trump, and this gets at the foreign leaders issue. Trump is, again, because he's so transactional, he's always looking to see whom does he have leverage with, so that whom can he pressure into a win-lose. For Trump, there is no win-win. He wins, you lose. Well, guess what? Your leverage is with your allies, right? Because you are the one, the United States is providing protection. The United States has built economic interdependence, which means they depend on you to a certain extent. The Canadian economy, it depends on the US economy. He has no leverage with Putin. He has no leverage with Xi. So he has gone to war with his own friends, with his allies. In the long run, however, as I say, what this does is it transforms America's situation in the world from being the country that created this enduring set of relationships into a country that is purely transactional. And I think, as any good businessman will tell you, the way you build a great enterprise that endures is not transactions, but relationships. Trump is the kind of businessman, and this is what he was like. Every deal he made, the other party felt so cheated, they never wanted to do business with him again. That's what he's doing in international affairs.
Which is what we saw also, Fareed, to a large extent in Trump 1.0. There was a revolving door. A lot of the people who were in his cabinet eventually left him, some with some element of recrimination. Do you see that happening, or do you believe the likes of J.D. Vance, the Elon Musk who are around him? Now, this is, as you said at the very outset, a very different Trump administration, one which he controls far more than he did in his first term. Will they all stay? Are we seeing, therefore, Trumpism going to last the next 4 years, or do you see ups and downs coming, that he's going through some kind of a honeymoon period at the moment, but that might not last?
No, I think it'll last with his core supporters and with these officials, because this time around, he's learned from his first term. Don't have people who have great institutional strength of their own, who have a kind of deep sense of their own personality, their own integrity, their own office. So get people who are slavishly loyal to you, who are polemically, as devoted to the MAGA agenda as you, who depend entirely on you, and then humiliate the ones who might have come from the outside, like Marco Rubio, force him to parrot the line that you want him to parrot. It's a very effective strategy. This we all know well from India. He has now created a cabinet of chamchas, and I don't think that they will abandon him.